Hey there, Fish and Tooling here. Today we are going to change the oil in a 4-stroke outboard motor. This one here is a Suzuki 100 horse. Every model is a little bit different, every brand is a little bit different, but I'm going to go through some basics that should apply to most engines for you here. So first we'll take the cover off. We have the oil fill on the top here. On this particular model, it does tell you what the oil type and capacity is on the top of the engine, so that makes it a lot easier. If you don't know what that is, or if you can't find that, go to a local marina or look it up online, or you can find that information in various different ways. So let's begin with taking the housing off. Okay, now that we have the housing off, you can see I've got the drain plug right here, which will drain the oil, and we've got the oil filter right here. So let's go ahead and open the drain plug and get the oil draining. Okay, once the oil's all drained, we can put the drain plug back in just to keep oil from dripping down our lower unit here. Next, we're gonna take the oil filter off. You can use an oil filter wrench. It may be loose by hand. In this case, this one's loose by hand, but if you need to use a strap wrench, you can do that. This is probably gonna get a little messy, so I've got a paper towel under here to catch some of the oil. Okay, there's the oil filter off. Next, we will put the new oil filter on. Make sure to remove plastic if it has some. Make sure your oil filter numbers match exactly. Also, the O-ring on the oil filter, you want to take a little bit of oil and dab it on there just to give it some lubrication for when you're spinning it on. Next, we'll screw the oil filter back on. Okay, oil filter is secured. Now we can fill oil on the top of the engine. Okay, so after filling, we just need to put the oil cap back on and reinstall the housing, and we should be good to go. All right, and that's it. And just some quick tips on winterization for an outboard motor like this. There's really not a whole lot you gotta do. You need to obviously put stabilizer in the fuel the last time you run it, or run it on earmuffs with the stabilizer fuel just to get everything in the engine all stabilized. And then on top of that, you may cycle the engine a little bit just to turn over the water pump, just make sure there's no water left in there. Only other thing besides that is just make sure you have it trimmed down in the winter. That way any water that may be left in there can drip out. And that's it. Other than changing the oil and doing these winterization tips, that's all you need to do to maintain these 4-stroke outboards. All right, if you're looking to tackle this yourself, good luck. Not that hard to do.